question. Who has time for a cup of tea or coffee with me? Back in a minute. Hi, this is Jan from New York City. My channel name is Jan from New York City, Saves Money. How you doing on this tea collaboration day, Tuesday? This is an open collab. You are more than welcome. If you're a tuber, YouTuber, video content creator, whatever you wish to call yourself, please join in. All you need to do is bring yourself a cup of tea, coffee, water, whatever you'd like to drink. Sit down and just chew the fat. What is this thing behind me? This is my green screen, and it can change a mood just like that. I'm going to show you just how this works. Okay, I'm going to go over to my settings. I'm going to hit on green screen. I'm going to choose a background that I might like for the moment. Oh, voila, through the magic of television, huh? Just like that. Sorry about the pixelation. I am working on lighting issues and other issues. I thought I'd keep a little outside in. You know, I don't know about you, but I like to change things up. I'm going to talk about a whole bunch of different things today. So this is why I suggest it's the kind of video where if you have a cup of something and maybe about 15 to 20 minutes or so of your time, it depends, because I noticed my battery on this thing is running low. So let's see how long I could go on this. But it is good to change things up and not remain the same. At the present time, for example, this is an example. My show is daily, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. Eastern. On Tuesdays, 10 o'clock, great time to have my cup of tea and random messages, totally unscripted. There is no trusty notebook for this show. It's just me. Not that the other shows are per se scripted, but I do keep bullet points next to me because sometimes when you want to get important messages across, you definitely need the bullet points, in front of you. It's just the way it is, at least for me. I'm speaking for myself, I'm mentioning this about the time thing with the Monday through Friday. I think it's great. I love it. I've been doing it a long time now, going on 3 years of daily content. 3 years of daily content. This is kind of like humorous because when I first started, lo and behold, the things you learn as you go along. I was unaware. Oh, this definitely requires a sip. I was unaware of the technical availability that I had to do future uploads. I thought I had to create a video and then upload it and then it goes on. That's how it worked. Didn't really realize that I had advanced ways of creating content and putting it in a canon on the shelf. You think I would have known better, but I didn't. The things you learn. But I'm like tossing around the idea. This is just a thought. It's not written in stone. I'm tossing around the idea of perhaps not coming on daily and perhaps coming on, let's say, 3 to 4 times a week. Let's say, I'm just using this as an example. Again, not definite, not written in stone. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, as an example. I will, of course, hope to and love to continue on, with the Tuesday collaboration type thing. And occasionally uploading on Saturday nights as a premiere, for example. These are just thoughts, and it's part of the changing process. How are you doing with changing? I mean, I believe we all change. Nothing remains the same. I could look back at like some of my earliest stuff and just laugh because actually that's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to kind of like the first 100 videos, they say, for example, this is just an example, are supposed to really stink. And I look back and I go, oh my gosh, did I like really like put this stuff up? But not that it was horrible, but you're just learning. You just, like anything else in life, you're just learning. And then as you continue on, you grow with it, go along with it and stuff like that. Then certain things happen along the way, in your own life, and, life makes things change. Keep in mind, at that time when I started, I had my mom around, and it was her caregiver. And interestingly, what did that mean in terms of my videos? There was a period of time when, like, my radio stuff, like, sort of came through, like, was just mainly audios that you guys got, because it was really, really difficult taking care of my mom, who unfortunately was in her advanced stages of dementia. And I was her full-time caregiver. So would I do it again tomorrow? Absolutely. When you love someone, that's what you do. You just roll up your sleeves and you jump in. Nothing is more important than helping someone that you love. That's the way I look at it. But it did have some of those videos take a little bit of a backseat. I couldn't sit here looking at you grinning, with that, natural. I'm naturally a smiling kind of person. That's, everybody said that when you were born with a smile. It's just, I heard that anyway. But I didn't feel like smiling too much then. It was not in me. I knew that serious things were going on, and it was just, it was actually unnatural for me to not smile. It just felt like really weird, but I couldn't put on just for a show performance. But I still wanted to grow my channel, and I still mainly wanted to give good messages. And thankfully, looking back, listening to those audio shows, they weren't too bad. But again, part of the transition, part of the transformation, part of the growth process, we all live and we all learn. In that process, I have also observed, and also observing this through other channels and stuff like that, that criticisms. I want to talk a second today, again, unscripted, and definitely needs another sip. So how you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here, and thanks for taking a little time out of your busy schedule just to sit down and hear some messages. How can I put this delicately? I think some viewers, a handful out of the gazillions that watch, okay? Because 99 44th 100% of the viewers that watch in general in life, they get the it factor. But I believe that there may be some viewers, not necessarily always just this channel, but even I'm seeing it in other channels, that they just see the surface stuff. They don't take a minute to think about the behind the scenes stuff. For example, if, let's say, a person gets a criticism, there's one difference between constructive criticism, and there's another difference just between being mean and rude. Being rude is never acceptable. It's wrong. Being mean and rude is just wrong, period. End of subject, case closed. Just saying. Constructive criticism, however, does have its merit, and if said kindly, just the way I'm trying to be very polite here, getting a general message across. It was really shocking to me a little while back. Now, this is an instance that happened here. That, okay, I had a premiere up. This was, I don't know when. Let's just say it was within the last few months, okay? And it popped up, one of those things that come on in between your talking. Like when you watch TV, there are breaks. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And one of the persons that was viewing complained that, oh, no, I have to be careful what I say here, because, then all my efforts go down tubes. No pun intended. And I'm like, do some people not recognize, even though the person loves what they do, it takes effort. It takes time to put a video creation together. How do those certain people, whoever they are, the handful, maybe two or three, in general life, on any viewer on any channel, just talking about in general on certain things, how did they know that maybe or maybe not, it might have taken that content creator 10 takes before the final edit gets out? They don't know that. They don't think. So taking that idea away and putting it in general in life. There was a situation years ago, now completely pivoting over to a completely different situation, but kind of the same. Definitely needs another sip. I was sitting with a senior citizen who was, getting on in physical disabilities and challenges, and somebody I knew most of my life. And we were sitting outside, was a neighbor. We were sitting outside. And she didn't want to admit that she was having difficulty getting up to go home. And I offered my help to help assist her to stand up and to, get her to her walker and assist her going back. She didn't want to hear it. Okay, so I just respected her wishes and sat there and talking, but keeping a careful eye. A strange young man walks by. She sees him. Don't get me wrong, he was cute. Who knows? Maybe that was the allure. I don't know. But she felt more comfortable having a gentleman to assist her. So she asked the man, can you please do me a favor? Know what the man said? And I was astounded. Lady, what are you bothering me for? I'm all out of favors. I sat there like jumping back, like, wow. I mean, I was astounded. But ultimately, I did help the sweet lady, assisted her up and getting her back home and so on. She's no longer with us, but I'm glad I did what I did. I would do it tomorrow. If I could help someone, this is me. That's just the way it is. But I never forgot that man. He was young, he was good looking. And the last thing that I ever thought, looking at a person like that, he looked carefree. He looked carefree. Perhaps he wasn't. So like she was really upset, at that time. Oh, why did he talk to me like that? I says, so-and-so. Let's think about something for a second. How do we know what might have just happened to that gentleman a half hour ago, right before you asked for the help? We don't know that. We don't know that man. We never saw him before in our life. We never saw him again in our life. He was a passing stranger. And that's all really the message of this week. I mean, I didn't mean for this to turn into like a preachy or anything, but this is just like events. Like, I think all of us, myself, all of us, we need to be less prone to be quick to judge. Now, I want to roll back to that viewer or viewers who might have said something in general to everybody else's channel, including mine. Just saying. What kind of day did that person have? I don't know. Hopefully a good one. But not everyone has a good day every day. No, they don't. So even if something we might have found startling or shocking, or maybe if we took a minute, if everybody just took that minute to step back and think, maybe be a little more quicker to forgive and forget. Because guess what? At the end of the day, all this is all passing stuff. Just like that. Just like those scary older videos. I don't regret them. Anyway, I just thought I'd share, a couple of stories. But I do think that in general, all of us have a tendency to be swift to judge, come to a fast conclusion, because it's something we learn to do quickly, quick, quick, quick. Hey, not everything is so quick. Take a step back. Take that cup of coffee, tea, water, whatever. Take a minute and recognize maybe it's bigger than what you think it is, and just forgive and forget. Works for me. Hopefully it'll work for you. I want to thank you so much for your time. Thanks for being here. If you're interested in joining this Tea Time Tuesday collaboration, just create a video and just do so. In the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you so much for viewing. Why? Because I really do appreciate who? You. Don't forget to come back in the future for some more savings, tips, and tricks Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. And have a cup of tea every Tuesday at 10, unscripted, with me. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Going to pick an outro. Be right back. Have an amazing, fantastic day.